senior students here at Dawn Mountain, and we give once in a while um, every Sunday we rotate and give the Sunday meditation. I'd like to know if anyone is here for the first time. Okay, quite a few. Welcome to Dawn Mountain. Um, there are some times when our founding teachers give the Sunday meditation, and that would be the first Sunday of the month. It would be nice if you would like to meet them to come on the first Sunday of each month. And they also, Anne would also give a short talk around 10:30. So at 10:30 there's a talk, and then we have the usual meditation. So what we do in this meditation, really what we want to develop is our attention. And in developing our attention, we develop what many people call mindfulness. And in Buddhist tradition, a basic meditation that is used that does develop attention is to just observe our breath. So that's basically what we will be doing today. There's other ways also of developing attention. You can observe an object for a long period of time, or maybe just concentrate on sounds or anything else. But the breath is always with us wherever we go, and it's always changing. So it's really a very appropriate way to meditate and to develop attention. Now, as you do this, you're going to notice that your mind is going to wander, and that's very natural. The mind always is going to come up with certain thoughts, or certain visions, or whatever. So the problem is that usually we get caught up in these thoughts. We keep going from one thought to another. It develops into something else. But what we're trying to do now is just concentrate on one object and let those thoughts naturally dissipate. So whenever you notice that a thought comes up as you're trying to develop and focus on one object, is once you realize it, that you've sort of lost your attention, just say to yourself, thinking, thinking, and let the thought go. A lot of times when we label a thought as a thought, then it loses its power over us. It's easy to just let it slide and let it dissipate. So just do that whenever, as we do this practice. And don't think that you're doing it wrong if you lose your attention, because that's constantly what we do throughout the day. There's nothing wrong with it. We just go back to the object, go back to the breath. Another important aspect of meditation is we need to have the right posture, in the sense that our back should be straight but comfortable, not too rigid. One way to think of it is to think of a thread going through our body and just pulling that thread up so that our spine is naturally straight. Another way we could do it is just hold up our arms, let them come down, and keep that position that you were in when the arms were up. And the reason we do this is basically to let the energy flow easily through our spine. We want to have a natural energy flow that will go from down here up to the top of the head. And as it does that, it's going to pass through certain energy centers, what we call chakras. Um, and we want that energy, to not get stuck in certain centers. You just want it to have an easy, uh, an easy flow. We also want to be as comfortable as possible. Now, if you're more comfortable in a chair, that's perfectly all right to be in the chair. Just make sure if you're in a chair that your spine is straight. You can put pillows in the back if it's easier. And also keep your feet on the ground. If you have your legs folded, some people like to have cushions to keep, it could be that at the beginning you will feel a little uncomfortable in the joints, but with time that goes away. Keep your hands on your thighs very comfortably, and try to keep your neck relaxed. An easy way to do this is to open your jaw just a little, and this will cause all these muscles here to just relax a little bit more. We also like to keep our chin tucked in just a little bit, and this is so that the energy that is flowing from our spine can easily go up from the neck up towards the top of the head. So just keep this in mind as you meditate. It's really to be relaxed. Relax your body as much as possible with the spine straight. So we're going to do this practice for the first practice we're going to do is for about 20 minutes. I'm going to put this over here. And during this practice, we'll focus on our breath, as we said before, and when we focus on the breath, just feel the breath going in and out of your body. Now, some people like to focus on a certain area of the body where the breath is going. For example, there's some people that like to feel the breath as it goes to the chakra that is here close to the navel. You can think of a chakra that's about 3 finger width below the navel, 3 finger widths deep. And just feel as the breath goes in that area. Some people like to concentrate the breath around the nasal area. But it's really just feeling the breath. You can actually feel yourself being breathed in and breathed out. And we're going to do this for, I would say, about 7 or 8 minutes. After that, we're going to chant a sacred syllable, which is the syllable hung. Hung is the syllable in Tibet represents enlightened mind. But it's really just to sort of help us clarify our minds a little. We're going to chant, each person will chant the syllable hung at their own pace for a few seconds. It will naturally die down, and then we'll go back to observing our breath. And we'll do this about several times throughout the 20 minutes. So let us begin. Observe the breath. Another aspect of our practice, we like to practice with our eyes slightly open, and this is so that we can sort of develop our attention as we go through our daily life. So if you do this, just observe or open your eyes just a little and don't focus on anything. It's a soft gaze. If you find this too distracting, it's fine to close your eyes. Let us chant home. Go back to the breath. You become distracted. Say, thinking, thinking. Back to the breath. Let us chant home. Go back to the breath. Let us chant whom. Go back to the breath. The practice we just did was given to us by one of our guiding teachers, which is a Lama in Tibet. It's called Lama Rinpoche. What is Atsan Rinpoche? And his picture, I believe, is over here, over there. And really, this is a practice that's good for everyone, whether you're just beginning or if you're a seasoned practitioner. If you're just beginning, it's good to do it in short intervals throughout the day. You can just do 5 minutes of observing your breath or 10 minutes of observing your breath. And then you can slowly build up that time, but it's much more easier to start in short intervals. And it really, it's good to do this practice on a daily basis, because this is, if you do it on a daily basis, is when you'll see the benefits of developing attention and mindfulness. And you will notice that your mind will be much more calmer. But it has to be practiced, and that's why we call it practice. So it's good to do it on a daily basis. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a short break, about 7 or 8 minutes, and then we'll come back and do another practice, which will be shorter, but a bit similar to what we did just now. So you can go, and we have some refreshments and snacks in the hallway, and also at the end there are bathrooms. And remember, we are passing a book of names. If you haven't put in names in the book, please do it during this break, and we'll say the names at the end.
I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly.
Andi pung in so pa na ki lo te men do ni ne che vara sa hi te de kar zo lo ma lin je lo me yen pe me gi do par po yin la che
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly.
Kunjoren chena sama dovi ninimbena Toje shenje ziro resa yena medo Taka me yilete mita to bolete Ki den ye te de karzon lo ma Andi pung in so pa nan ki lo te mendo ni ne ki wara sa hi te de kar zo lo ma lin je lo me yen pe me gi do par po yin la che
I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. engage Dharma holy.
kun jo ren che na so do we ni ne be na to je shen je zero re sa ye na me do Thaga me yil te mi ta to bole te chi zhe den ye ye te de kar zon lo ma Andi phung en so pa na chi lo te men do ni ne che war so hi te de kar zo lo ma Lien zhe le me yen pe me gi do par po yin la ye ge
I ask precious three gems.
Okay, so we're going to do a short practice, and I'd like to emphasize that. Oh, thank you. I'd like to emphasize that in Tibetan Buddhism, everything we do is for the benefit of others. Even if you reach enlightenment, you do it to benefit others and to teach others how to reach enlightenment. And so, as part of this tradition, we do this practice where we want to share everything that all the good merits that we've accumulated through doing this practice. We want to share it with others. So what we're going to do is we're going to chant another sacred syllable, which is the syllable ah. This time, though, when we chant it, we're only going to chant it once in 3 different times. And right before we chant it, we're going to do a visualization. And I will tell you what to visualize at that time. So first, let's just start off by just calming down, observing our breath for just a minute or 2, and then I'll give you the visualization. First time we chant Ah, we're going to visualize a white orb at the center of our chest. And the white orb contains all the good qualities, the merit that we have at this time. And as we chant Ah, this white light will spread throughout your body, and all the cells in your body will be filled with the white light. Now we're going to visualize the white light that is within us being shared with each person in the room. As we chant Ah, we will spread our white light to each person in this room, and we will receive white light from each person in this room. Now, we are going to visualize the white light that is within this room, spreading throughout the city, the country, the world, even throughout all of the universe, to all living beings everywhere. Okay, so we always close our practice with a dedication. If you have this sheet where it says dedication. Oh, before we do that though, we're going to read the Book of Names. And we're dedicating our practice to everyone that is on this list. We dedicate our practice to Pat, Elizabeth, Tomas, Brandy, Zachtan, Jerry, Joel, Bert, Richard, Ruth, Ira, Julia, Josh, October, Travis, Ashley, Daniel, Larry, Susan, Nana, Hilde, Inga, Cynthia and Bill, Jessica, those around us, our atmosphere, my co-workers, Johnny, Kevin, Jackson, Deepthi, Bobby, the suffering children, Dwan II, Ian, Andrew, Coram, and Loretta Diane. Now let us recite the dedication. By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru, lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground. I'd also like us to recite the aspiration that appears at the top of the page, as this embodies Tibetan Buddhism and what we pursue. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spur those far. Before we leave, I'd like to talk a little bit about Don Mountain for those, especially for those that are here for the first time. Don Mountain was founded by Anne Klein and Harvey Arvinson. They are married to each other. Anne is a professor of Tibetan studies at Rice University, and Harvey is a psychotherapist in private practice. They've been studying Buddhism for many years with very well-known Buddhist teachers from Tibet. They're very well known in the American Buddhist community, and has written quite a few books about Buddhism, and Harvey has also. And really, we're very fortunate to have them here in Houston. As I said at the beginning, they will be here every first Sunday of the month at this time and at 10:30, and will give a small talk. And it's really worth coming to because they're excellent teachers. And also on the first and third Tuesday of each month, they are here giving what we call Teaching Tuesdays. They set up a certain series of classes that's sort of like semesters throughout the year. And they teach, and really you don't have to come to each class to benefit from what they're teaching. You can, each class is a unit by itself, and everyone will benefit from it, whether you're interested in Buddhism, or you want to know, become a Buddhist or not. Everyone will benefit in one way or another, because it's basically about Buddhist philosophy and Buddhist way of life, and how it can help us live our lives. We also have from time to time retreats, and this coming Friday we're actually going to start a new retreat that's called the POA retreat. And this retreat is kind of special because it's a retreat that will teach a practice that Buddhists do when someone is either about to die or has recently died. And it's to help them make the passage to the other state of being where they're going to. So if you're interested in learning this, come to the retreat. It's going to actually last 2 weekends. It's going to span 2 weekends, in the sense that it starts on Friday evening from 7 to 9, and then Saturday it would be from 9:30 to 5:30, and Sunday from 9:30 to 4. Then during the week, what we're going to do is have special sessions in the evening or throughout the day. For those of us that work, well, we could come to the evening sessions and just practice this. What we'll be doing is just practicing the practice. And then on Friday evening, it will be from 7 to 9, and Saturday from 7:30 to 1 p.m. And at that time, we're going to do what's called the soak, which is we bring vegetarian food, finger food, basically, and we share it with everyone at the end. It's sort of like a good way to end a practice. So if you're interested, we do have flyers that's on the main desk at the entrance. And I believe it's open to everyone. So it's just
Come Friday and Saturday.
Oh, yes. On Friday and Saturday, it's important to come, because that's when we will give what's called the empowerment for, we actually might have Atsun Rinpoche transmit the empowerment through a session, if possible. It will be broadcast, and in this way you will be especially blessed to give this practice, to do this practice. And from time to time during the year, we do have other type of retreats that might be, for beginners and for people that want to special themes to it. We do also have other opportunities to come together to practice. Every second and fourth Tuesday, we have what's called Practice Tuesday, which we come together from 7 to 8:45 and practice more or less like we did today. Each person can actually do their own practice. And we do it in short intervals, about 10 minutes, and then we take a break, and 10 minutes, take a break. So it's really good to practice as a group, because you'll notice when you practice, when you meditate together as a group, your meditation becomes stronger. It's just fortifies, and it's a way of supporting each other. So, so if you'd like to join us for that, you're welcome to. We also give yoga on Sundays at 9:30 to 10:30. So, if you're interested in that, please come. And anything?
Special compassion teaching. And Harvey, 7 o'clock is for the Compassion Week in Houston.
Oh, okay. Oh, so this Tuesday, yes. Okay. Instead of the usual Practice Tuesday, then we'll have the compassion. So I don't know if you're aware, but this week is the beginning of what's called Compassion Week in Houston, and I believe there is an activity at a park. Yeah, at Buffalo Park or something close to downtown or in this downtown section. You might look at it through the internet, but at this afternoon from 2 to 4 or something like that, there is an event there, and I think Don Mountain will be participating in some way. So if you're interested in that, please go. Anyway, I'd like to thank all of you for coming today, and I hope you come again. Thank you.